When I hear the words human connection, I think about schools and communities. I think that in a school like a school like Pacific Ridge and in independent schools in general, so much more than just a factory where we're kind of pumping out students who have learned a specific set of facts and stuff them in their brain and are able to repeat them back. It's a community. It's a group of people that our students feel really connected to. They feel a sense of belonging and identity here that I think is really beautiful and meaningful. And so I think of the connections between students and their teachers, and I think of the way in which in hard times and in great times, our students feel that this is a place where people have their back and can connect to them.
When there's a good sharing between two people of ideas, of perceptions, I think what they'll discover is that they share a lot in common, and that's really good, and that's something to celebrate. And I would hope also that they would find that there are some really meaningful differences, and those are really rich areas to explore as well. And it doesn't mean one is right or one is wrong, but for me, a lot of my learning has come through conversations like that, and that's kind of what I'm interested in helping students discover as well.
I think about relationships beyond the norm that we have today. Today we're very much, screen focused in a lot of ways, in email communications, Facebook, social media. That's really taken over a large part of our social lives. But when it comes to human connection, it's about things like picking up the phone, things like, one-on-one conversations, group collaboration that's in person rather than, divided by a screen. And really looking at how those relationships can benefit the community at large and benefit, us at PRS as a whole.
It all starts with that human connection. One of the ways we really try and bring that about in our girls basketball program in particular is creating a bond between our middle school basketball team and our high school basketball team. So I match up all the varsity girls with a middle school player, and on game days they write each other little notes, just little inspiration. So a lot of those times those middle schoolers see those high schoolers and heads down walking through the hallways. But I think, I've created that bond when I see them across campus and the little girls running up to the big girls and high-fiving them, just seeing the joy on the little ones' faces and knowing they look up to, older Firebirds and one day want to be in varsity basketball program is really cool to see.
It's everything. It's the Harkness classroom. It's talking to a kid in the lunch line. And I was just up late last night talking to a student on the cell phone because it's something that happened in a hockey practice. And I was trying to get him to connect and understand. And I was trying to understand his position. And what I said to him is, I said, look, man, I'm just talking to you right now because I know you're upset about this. And I know you probably have a lot of homework to do. And I don't want this banging around your brain while you're trying to focus on BC calculus. And he appreciated that. We didn't really finish the conversation, but he knows that I care, that I connected with them. And I think he probably got his homework done.
If students are relying on technology to do everything for them, they're missing out on so much more that they could be learning and being a part of. So I think technology can get us to some places, but it can't be the fix-all for everything. And so our students really need to be able to build those relationships with other people so that they can be an active member of the workforce, so that they can learn from people who know so much from experience, where technology wouldn't be able to give you that learning. And they're just better connected to what's going on around them.
The next program was born out of a desire to foster human connection at Pacific Ridge School. Seeing an opportunity for our students to gain valuable, not just work experience, but relationships in a professional sense. So Next was developed as an attempt to help our students to reach out to professional organizations, to find mentors, to find role models, to learn more about what it means to work in different industries, and to build those connections beyond just learning how to write a resume or submit an application. We wanted our students to know how to step out into the world, to reach out to a career or to a professional, and to make a connection.
When I talk to our alumni, I really see when they come back and talk about their first jobs that they're starting and their initial sort of, tottering steps into adult life as they're all graduating college and, and moving into the world, the thing that they always want to talk about is not just what they're doing in their job, but the people they're working with. They want to tell me about their new boss. They want to tell me about a team they're working on. They want to tell me about a new friend. They want to tell me about who they're dating and their partners and all of those things. It always comes back to human connection and the ability to have fruitful, healthy working relationships and wonderful, supportive, meaningful friendships and connections. Those are the things that I think sustain our alumni, certainly, and I also think that they're the thing that's to sustain people throughout their lives. And I think a lot of that is built in this moment between, the ages of 12 and 18 when we get to see them and when we get to hang out with them. A lot of their sense of themselves and how they are with other people is built during that time. So it makes it really exciting to work in schools.